Most turbo diesel owners are quietly destroying their engines without even knowing it. These 5 habits are so widespread that most drivers assume they are completely harmless. But the truth is, they are the fastest and most expensive way to wreck your vehicle. Today, I am breaking down the 5 biggest mistakes that are silently killing turbo diesels across America every single day. Pay close attention, because this information could save you thousands of dollars. Mistake number 1 is not letting your engine warm up properly. Picture a freezing cold winter morning. You start your diesel truck, and before that engine even has a chance to breathe, you slam the throttle because you are already running late. In just 30 seconds, you have shaved years off your engine's life. Here is the reason that happens. When your engine is cold, the oil inside becomes extremely thick, almost like honey sitting in a jar. It cannot flow freely or quickly enough through the turbocharger bearings. And those bearings are spinning at over 100,000 RPM. When you push hard on a cold engine, those bearings are being asked to spool up to maximum boost while being completely starved of proper lubrication. The outcome of that is total turbocharger failure, and that repair bill is going to land somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000. The fix is straightforward. Allow your diesel to idle for 2 to 3 minutes on cold mornings. Then drive easy for the first few miles until the engine fully reaches its normal operating temperature. That simple habit protects thousands of dollars in components. Mistake number 2 is poor oil maintenance. Here is a number that should stop you cold. 70% of all turbo diesel failures are directly connected to oil problems. That means 7 out of every 10 costly engine rebuilds could have been completely avoided with nothing more than proper oil care. The most common mistake American diesel owners make is trusting the manufacturer's extended oil change intervals. Those intervals are calculated for ideal driving conditions, and real-world driving is far more demanding than any lab test. For turbo diesels, you should be changing your oil every 5,000 to 6,000 miles, which translates to roughly 8,000 to 9,600 kilometers. Let's put the cost in perspective. A standard oil change runs between $60 and $80. A turbocharger replacement will cost you $3,000 to $5,000. A full engine rebuild costs even more. Always use the correct oil viscosity for your specific engine, typically 5W30 or 5W40. Always choose full synthetic oil and never settle for conventional. Make it a weekly habit to check your oil level. Running even slightly low on oil will starve the turbocharger and destroy it within just a few miles. Mistake number 3 is shutting down a hot engine too quickly. You just finished a long drive on the highway, or maybe you were towing a heavy trailer. Your turbocharger is glowing from the heat, spinning at its absolute maximum RPM. You pull into your driveway, turn the key off, and walk inside. You just killed your turbo. When you shut the engine down immediately after hard use, oil circulation stops right away, but the turbocharger does not stop spinning instantly. Without that oil flowing through it, the residual oil that remains in the system begins to cook from the intense heat. That cooking process causes carbon deposits to form, and those deposits destroy the precision bearings inside the turbocharger. After any hard or extended driving, let your diesel idle for 30 to 60 seconds before you shut it down. Even though many modern turbos come with water cooling, and some include electric oil pumps, a proper cool-down period is still your best and cheapest insurance policy against expensive turbo damage. Mistake number 4 is using poor quality fuel and ignoring your fuel filters. Today's modern diesel injection systems operate at pressures reaching 30,000 C. At that level, your system demands extremely clean fuel every single time. Dirty or low-quality fuel will destroy injection pumps and clog injectors, and that can cost you thousands in repairs. The single biggest threat inside your fuel system is water contamination. Water causes corrosion throughout the system and can even hydraulically lock your injection pump, which is catastrophic. You should be replacing your fuel filters every 15,000 to 20,000 miles, which is about 24,000 to 32,000 kilometers. If you are running biodiesel blends or regularly driving in dusty environments, shorten that interval to every 10,000 miles or 16,000 kilometers. A fuel filter replacement costs less than $100, but replacing contaminated injectors will cost you $300 to $500 each, and your engine has 4 to 8 of them. Always fuel up at high-traffic truck stops, where the diesel supply turns over quickly, and is less likely to be sitting stale or contaminated. Mistake number 5 is neglecting your eager system. The exhaust gas recirculation system routes exhaust gases back into the intake manifold to lower emissions. When you ignore it, the consequences are severe. Carbon buildup begins collecting inside the eager valve and throughout the intake manifold, choking off airflow and creating dangerous hotspots. Eventually, chunks of that hardened carbon break free and get pulled into the cylinders. Once inside, that carbon acts exactly like grinding compound, tearing up cylinder walls and destroying pistons. The result is a full engine rebuild that will cost far more than any routine maintenance ever would. Clean your eager valve every 30,000 to 40,000 miles, which is approximately 48,000 to 64,000 kilometers. Staying ahead of that buildup protects your entire engine from the inside out. Now here is a bonus mistake that too many diesel owners overlook: ignoring your air filter. Your turbo diesel consumes a massive amount of air to run properly. In fact, a turbo diesel can pull in over 15,000 gallons of air for every single gallon of fuel it burns. When your air filter gets clogged, the problems come fast. A dirty filter forces the turbocharger to work significantly harder just to pull air through the restriction. That raises exhaust gas temperatures, cuts engine power, and puts serious extra stress on the turbo bearings, which leads to early turbocharger failure. But here is the worst-case scenario. A severely clogged filter can actually collapse or tear apart. When that happens, unfiltered dirt and debris flow directly into your engine and act like sandpaper on your cylinder walls, pistons, and rings. The damage that causes requires a complete engine rebuild to fix. Check your air filter every 10,000 miles or 16,000 kilometers. Replace it when it looks dirty, not just when the dashboard computer tells you to. In dusty conditions, check it even sooner, around every 5,000 miles or 8,000 kilometers. A quality air filter costs $20 to $40. An engine rebuild from dirt ingestion costs thousands. The math is simple. These 5 mistakes destroy even the toughest diesel engines on the road. Cold starts, neglected oil, hot shutdowns, contaminated fuel, and eager buildup are costing American diesel owners millions of dollars in repairs that should never have happened. Every single one of these problems is completely preventable. Your turbo diesel is built to run for hundreds of thousands of miles if you treat it right. If this saved you from an expensive mistake, hit that subscribe button. Your engine and your wallet will both thank you.